Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Rvtv's Game of the Week, where tonight we bring you the 2-0 Rancocas Valley football team as they take on Eastern. Jason Sapp here to bring you the action. I'm joined tonight by Quentin Leslie. Quentin, welcome to the booth.
Thank you. It's about time I finally commentate a game, but I'm excited. Hopefully RV gets the win.
All right. Well, on that note, as we mentioned, Rancocas Valley is 2-0 coming in tonight. They're coached by Garrett Lucas in his first year at the helm. They have a very impressive win both weeks, actually, I should say. A very impressive win last week, in particular against Patterson Eastside, 21-20, where they held off Patterson on a two-point conversion at the end of the game. Eastern is coached by RV alum, all-time great Lionel Bolin, who is in his second year at the helm, and they are coming off of a tough loss in their opener to Washington Township, 45-12. So this is going to be a very interesting game here, Quentin. Who are some players we should keep an eye out here for tonight?
I think Kevin Burr is always going to be someone you got to watch out for. I mean, his throwing ability and his ability to run kind of reminds me of Russell Wilson a bit. Malachi Castle, my bad, sorry. But Malachi Castle, definitely a standout player. 2 sacks and 2 touchdowns, plays offense and defense.
Yeah, Castle's been a major factor for this team already. And we're underway, and we've got a flag down here on the opening kickoff. And this is most likely going to go against Eastern, but let's see. Usually we get a hold. So great crowd here tonight. Everybody's still filing in. Beautiful night. Currently 78 degrees. Couldn't ask for a better start to the football season.
Exactly.
And indeed, this is a holding penalty against Eastern on the kickoff, so drop Eastern back some more. They will start now at the, it looks to be like the 15, actually still going back here, so it looks like it's going to be half the distance. 20-yard line is going to be your official starting spot for the Vikings, who are going to be led to the field here tonight by quarterback Logan Dawson, number 15. First play, handoff, right at the middle. Going to go for a decent gain here on first down.
It's a good run.
Handoff there. That is Izzy Hernandez, number 1 on our roster. I was a little hesitant there. On our roster, he was number 14. He's actually number 1 here this evening. Hernandez had a huge game last year against the Red Devils. Went off for 153 yards rushing. Good start this season, 6 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Let's say they're going to try to get him going tonight. Not on that play, as RV will shut that one down. RV's defense has been very good this season so far.
Yeah, I feel like if they keep trying to run the ball, the RV defense should be there to stop them. Not saying that they're going to be successful every time, but I think we got a good shot.
Well, I think Eastern is a run-oriented team. They always have a very good offense for the most part. Yeah. And this team really likes to run the ball. And again, they got Hernandez going last game against RVs. Let's see if they want to try to do this again. 3rd and 6 for Eastern. Going to roll out to his left, looks to throw. Nobody there. Going to throw this one. Flags down. That's going to be a holding penalty, most likely.
Oh, wow.
Close to first down yardage, but this one's going to probably come back. Anytime you see the flag behind the line of scrimmage, most of the time it's going to be a holding call or some kind of penalty on the offensive line. So that's I know it's very early in the game, but that's already kind of a crucial penalty because that looked like it was good for first down yardage. So instead of that, now Eastern will be dropping back. They're going to have a 3rd and 16 instead of a possible first down or even a 4th and 1. It was really close to the marker.
That's not the start they wanted.
No, definitely not. 3rd and 20 make it.
Wow. It's NFL numbers.
Yeah. This is, like you said, not the start you want if you're Eastern. 4 wide receivers.
Looks like RV might be bringing a blitz. I don't know. Prince Williams is looking there.
Drops back, throws. That's going to be a tight catch. My goodness. What a grab in double coverage.
I mean, a better throw, though. I mean, that was a
My
dime.
goodness. Julian Jamison, that's his 3rd catch of the season here, and that's a big one for Eastern on 3rd and 20. They convert.
Jeez.
That is a big, big play there for the Vikings. They needed that one. And that changes this game a little bit. Vikings were moving backwards, but that was a picture-perfect pass and maybe an even better catch, again, considering how covered he was.
Yeah.
So here's Hernandez fighting for yardage. He's going to get a couple. I just think we're going to see a heavy dose of Izzy Hernandez tonight.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, you see how good he is by his stats, and it's definitely punishing our defense a little bit.
Yeah, and Eastern's a team that, again, they always have a lot of good skill players. They've always got a lot of talent. I'll throw a couple names at you as we go along here today because I know you're a big NFL fan, Quentin. So some trivia you might not know. I'll tell you a little as we go on.
I'm ready, hopefully.
All right, 2nd and 6. Here's Hernandez up the middle again. He's going to get close to first down yardage. Reaches out at the end. I think he might be a yard short.
That guy is really strong.
Yeah, Hernandez listed here 6'1", 210. Junior also plays middle linebacker, and actually they are going to give him the first down.
It's hard playing 2 positions, especially offense and defense. So.
Yeah, big punishing running back sometimes. You just want to keep feeding them over and over because you're going to wear that defense down. So on this carry here, that is number 5, Silas Davis. That's his first carry of the night. He's going to get about 7. So Eastern, see how one play can make a difference here. The Vikings are off to a great start now after what looked like a very shaky start.
I mean, it looked like they were down and out, 3rd and 20, but then one play, and they're just right back in it.
And right up the middle, that's going to be stopped for a loss. Nice, good penetration there by the Red Devils. So now going to make it we'll call it 3rd and 3, it looks like. So a good stop there. So something I think you might want to watch out here for Eastern is if they possibly decide to roll out like we saw before, look for that short pass. I mean, the last time it was called back for a penalty, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see something along those lines, or maybe they ask the quarterback to bootleg it if possible.
If you're looking for anyone, you're looking for number 13, Julian Jamison. I mean, he already got 1 good catch this game.
And tight pass, and once again, that's first down. And
really,
just like you said, go back to Jamison. He makes another catch and another first down. So the Vikings off to a really good start. And we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, Lionel Bolin is an RV alum, Quentin. He was a graduate, I believe it was the class of 2001, played at Notre Dame. A really, really outstanding player here. A player I think I've had of his time a little bit here at RV. He was a quarterback, a dual threat player.
Wow.
Just a really outstanding player. And we're really glad to see him as the head coach here at Eastern. Always glad to welcome our alumni back.
Yeah. It's always nice to see them come back to the school.
Yeah, and to have that success. And off tackle, and this could be a big play, but actually a pretty good tackle right there. That's Jace Dieter, number 12. And that one looked like it had some daylight there. Eastern's really feeling it right now. So that was Silas Davis again.
You know, Eastern reminds me of the 2017 Patriots. I mean, slow but effective. Like they keep running the ball patiently, but then when they throw the ball, they can definitely hurt you.
That's actually a very good point. They're making those passes when they need to, but relying on the run as much as they can because. And that's going to be Hernandez again. We got a flag down. Curious what this call is going to be. Thrown from the back judge here on the defensive side. Could be a hold, but let's see what the call is.
RV players saying it's going the other way.
Yeah, they're trying to sort this one out. They're waiting for the official. Personal foul against Eastern, so that's another costly penalty potentially, at least for field position. So it's going to drop Eastern back all the way. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty, so Eastern moving their way inside the 30 all the way back to midfield now. But as we've seen a couple of times, sorry, Quentin, just as we've seen a couple of times, Eastern is definitely not afraid to throw the ball.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, I mean, last time they were in a position like this, look what happened. It changed their game. It
certainly did. 6:33 to go here in the first quarter. Opening drive of this one here tonight. Again, just a picture-perfect night here from Coach Bill Gordon Field. The crowd is definitely here now. I think we had a little bit of a late arriving crowd, but they're certainly here. First down from midfield for the Vikings. The handoff. Going to give it to Hernandez. He's going to get a big chunky yardage back, maybe even about 9 yards. And again, we said this, but Hernandez had a huge, huge game against the Red Devils last year. A game that the Devils actually led pretty significantly. I think it was like 21-6 at halftime, and Eastern came back an 18-point third quarter, Quentin, and the Vikings got the win.
To be honest, Mr. Sapp, if I'm RV, I'm targeting Hernandez. I'm making sure he gets the least amount of yards as he can.
Yeah, you definitely have to account for a player like Hernandez. You've seen what he's done already. Just those runs right up the middle, and again, 6'1", 210-pound running back. Just feed him the ball. And
What do you do What do you do there? Do you put another linebacker right there, expect them to tackle him, or I don't know?
Well, I think in a situation like that, again, you're going to be playing for the run. I mean, this is 3rd and 1 here. Chances are, I would think this is going to be a running play. Now you got 3 backs in there. Then you just try to fill the holes and try to stop the run.
Yeah, look at
Eastern going for a hard count.
Yeah, look at those linebackers right there.
And going to have to run this one. And a quick stop. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be just short. They gave it to Silas Davis again. So now, interesting call here for Eastern. What do you do with this one? This is going to be 4th and inches.
I do what they've been doing all game. Give it
back.
You know,
I got to be honest with you, Quinn. I probably would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's early in the game. You're at midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a big back. I think you just give him the ball here, but it's a little early, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if they might maybe just try to draw RV off sides. But no, they're going to run it right up the gut, and that's a first down. No hesitation for the Vikings. That's a first down there for Silas Davis.
Not even Hernandez that time.
No, I mean, but they've shown Silas Davis a number of carries here, and he's a very effective back. It's a change of pace back, too. You know, a lot of teams like to have that, like thunder and lightning combination like that, where you have a bigger back and a smaller back. And Eastern, it's been very effective here.
It's like they have running power for days. They can go to anyone and they'll still get a run.
So here's your handoff to Davis once again. And he's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards on that one. Eastern has had the ball here, Quentin, this entire quarter so far. And when you are playing a team like Rancocas Valley, whose offense has been very prolific so far these first couple of weeks, sometimes the best thing to do is to keep that offense off the field.
Yep.
All right, 2nd and 8 here from the 33-yard line. Vikings back right to where they were before that penalty yard. And now the handoff once again. Going to try to go off tackle here. Good pursuit there by the Red Devils again. A combination of players.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, definitely on that one. The Vikings, looks like they maybe picked up maybe 1 or 2 on that play, but a good pursuit by the Red Devils. They've handled it outside the corners so far. The bulk of success for Eastern so far has been right up the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Vikings react to that. I'm just looking at Eastern's line. Their right guard there, I got to look up his stats. He is huge.
You are absolutely right.
And rolling out the throw and another tight catch and another first down is going to keep this game going.
So, Mr. Sapp, I don't know if you're RV, if you counter that game plan and go right for the end zone, or do you take the time
I think you keep this drive going. Now, just looking at my roster here, unfortunately, some of the numbers don't match up. But I'm looking to see. Again, he's number 74 out on the field. Unfortunately, I don't have a 74 on my roster, but their right guard is just, he's a big football player.
Is that the secret to their success with the running game?
You know what? It could very well be right now. I wouldn't be surprised. And a quick pass out to the outside is going to get about 5, maybe 6. Actually, still driving. Maybe got 7 or 8 out of that play. So just another quick pass there. Yeah, 7-yard completion.
Quick pass, good yards.
So Logan Dawson with a very effective drive here. This is just one of those, I mean, I know it's, again, the first quarter, but this is already one of those draining drives. The defense has been out there the entire time so far, and Eastern is just methodically working downfield. Another handoff once again, and some good rushing there by Hernandez. He just was not going to be denied on that play. 1st and goal, Eastern.
I think because last game, maybe RV was looking to target Dawson because he had 2 interceptions, so maybe they wanted him to keep throwing it, so maybe they could try to get the ball there, but they've just been running it.
Well, that's certainly the case right now in this game. We have an injured player on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout. You are watching Rvtv's Game of the Week. All right, getting ready to come out of the injury timeout. The RV player was injured on the previous play. We certainly want to wish him a quick, speedy recovery. Very unfortunate injury. So as we now get ready to resume the game here, Quentin, we have 1:49 left on the clock. Here in the first quarter, we have the ball at the 7-yard line. Eastern has put together a quarter-long drive. That's something you don't see very often in high school football, so, or any football for that matter.
It's NFL-esque.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, what have you seen from Eastern that has just been so impressive in this opening quarter?
Well, one thing I've seen from them, and one thing I really like from them is the fact that they can run the football. They run the football a lot, like a lot.
Yes.
But they can also, whenever they throw, it's not like, okay, they're really just relying on the run game. They can really throw the football, and they do it effectively. They're patient, and they pick their moments.
Yeah, this has just been a very impressive start here for the Vikings, who in the opening drive, we weren't so sure we would be saying that because Eastern had a 3rd and 20 that they converted on a pass play. And that really has changed the entire momentum as the Vikings have held the ball the entire first quarter. And a lot of it can be attributed to the running of Izzy Hernandez and Silas Davis of the Vikings.
Yeah. And, just giving Hernandez the ball, like you said, having them go up the middle. It's been working.
Yeah, a very effective running combination here with those two. And let's not discredit Logan Dawson, the starting quarterback, who's made some huge throws to convert some downs. He's had a very impressive start to this game as well. So now it looks like we're ready to resume play here. As again, it's going to be 1st and goal for Eastern at the 7-yard line. Will we see the RV offense here in the first quarter, Quinn? I'm not so sure. The way Eastern's been driving the ball, very methodical, picking their spots. So RV's had a very long wait here to get their offense on the field. But now Eastern looking to put the first points on the board here tonight. So here we go, ready to resume play.
Who knows? Who knows? We might see a new RV defense because of the student section and this new energy that somehow just came up.
Yeah,
we might see a new defense.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Eastern go outside a couple of times. It's worked a lot inside, so let's see what the Vikings do.
I'm sure you know, every good team runs off their fans.
Silas Davis up the middle. He's going to get a couple more. Still driving, still moving the pile. Looks like all the way to the 2-yard line. So once again, par for the course here for Eastern. They just continue to pound the ball. And moving closer and closer here. 2nd and goal now. Ball's going to be at the 4-yard line, it looks like. So that was a pickup of 3. 3 backs once again. RV bringing pressure off the outside. Davis right up the middle. Just shy of the end zone. So 3rd and goal here. I'd be shocked if they don't give the ball to Hernandez in this spot.
The best this RV defense has played is right now when it matters the most.
Well, this is a big stand the Devils have to make right here. So that was actually no gain on here. So 3rd and 3, and now Hernandez is in the backfield. Let's see if they hand off here.
Look at those
Hernandez
linebackers.
right up the middle. You could have guessed it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings. Izzy Hernandez, 3-yard touchdown run with 33 seconds left. And the Vikings are on the board after a very, very impressive drive.
Well, that's a cherry on the, what did I say, cherry on top?
Cherry on top.
Cherry
yeah,
on
that
top.
definitely
Yeah.
is. And you got to give it to Eastern. They really earned it after that drive. So
Just how it started, it finished it.
extra
Izzy
point
Hernandez.
coming up here. Kick is up. It is good. So it's Eastern who will open things up here with a 7-0 lead, 33 seconds left in the quarter. That finally gives us a chance to check out some stats and information we always love to give you. So looking back at last year, Quentin, RV was 2-8 overall. They've already matched their win total from last season. Their 2 wins were over Trenton and Pemberton toward the end of the year. You look at their schedule, Williamstown, Washington Township, Kingsway, St. Joe's, Lenape, Cherokee, Eastern, Hamilton West. A lot of really good teams they played against. Eastern 4-5 a year ago, again in Coach Lionel Boland's first season. They had wins over Seneca, Trenton, Highland, and the Red Devils, and losses to some top teams as well: Kingsway, St. Joseph's, Cherokee, Washington Township, and New Brunswick, or North Brunswick, excuse me. In fact, let's also take a look at the last time these teams met. Again, it was a season ago, October 22nd. Eastern, a 31-21 winner. As I mentioned earlier, an 18-point third-quarter comeback fueled that victory for the Vikings. Hernandez, 153 yards rushing. Josiah Davis, hey, he's already on pace again tonight. Josiah Davis, 4 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. Dean Watson for the Red Devils had a 32-yard interception return. Jay Steiner had a 56-yard touchdown run of his own. As we get ready for the kickoff, I'm going to bring another kind of an interesting stat here between these teams, but let's have this kickoff. So we're going to finally see the Red Devils on offense. Kind of a short kick and not a bad idea, honestly. And that's going to be the ball right about the 30-yard line, especially if you have a situation where you know the other team's return man is dangerous. Sometimes a short kick like that's going to force someone who doesn't usually handle the ball to be put in that situation.
Remember the Seahawks-Packers game?
Yep.
Kick like that.
Definitely.
Changed the entire complexion of the franchises.
Yeah, really. So looking back, RV has won 4 of the last 5 against the Vikings. For a long time, though, the Vikings were undefeated against the Red Devils until about, I think it was right around 2015-16 or so. And then RV has won 4 out of the last 5, with Eastern winning the most recent matchup. All right, so here we go. First look at the Devils. Kevin Burr, a quarterback. He's going to hand off and looking to try to make some positive yardage, but drop behind the line of scrimmage. That was number 4, Sean Fitzpatrick. So RV now with a 2nd and long. I think that's probably going to be the only play of this quarter. As looks like we're going to let the time expire. So first quarter comes to an end, and it's Eastern with a 7-0 lead on Rancocas Valley.
May the second quarter be ours.
It could very well be. I mean, they've had any chance in the first quarter, so now they have a chance. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Rancocas Valley on offense. Nice pass. That's going to be a first down and more. First down to Jameer Rollins, number 13, team's leading receiver coming into this one.
All over my Instagram social feed was highlights of Jameer making those types of catches. So,
well, I mean, he's 126 yards coming into this one and a touchdown. He just added on to that one. First down, RV.
He's like tall. I mean, I know he's a senior, but he's like really
well,
tall.
You say that. He's listed here at 6'4", 175. So, yeah, he definitely has the height.
Russell Westbrook is that height. And he's in the NBA.
That's going to be an offside on Eastern. So there's a free 5 yards for the Red Devils.
One thing I have to say, Mr. Sapp, was I kept watching Kevin Burr on the sidelines while Eastern had the ball, and he just looks like really like he wanted to get on the field, and he just looked really.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had a longer wait than expected as Eastern, again, drove the entire quarter. So now it's RV's chance to make something happen. Handoff inside. That's going to be good for a couple of yards. That's Montre Wilson. You know, we mentioned Eastern's got a 2 running back system, and the Red Devils as well, with the combination of Malachi Castle and Montre Wilson. So now 2nd and 4 for RV.
Who will win the battle of the running backs?
It could come down to that. I mean, this could be a very high-scoring game here tonight.
I feel like in every NFL game, it's always between that. Who can run the ball better or who can pass the ball better?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whichever everyone can do one of those wins.
2nd and 4 from the 40, handoff, fakes the handoff, Burr drops back, throws a short pass, and that's going to be nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off there by Camelo Anderson of Eastern. So a big break there for the Red Devils. Falls incomplete. It could have been a quick turnover right at midfield.
Yeah, would have gave the ball right
so
back to them.
3rd and 4. And Burr had a little bit of pressure, so they probably had to readjust that play more than they wanted to.
And you also have to, I mean, when a ball's coming at you that fast, when you're under that much pressure, it's kind of hard to wrap that in.
Definitely. All right, 3rd down. Burr up under center, 2 backs behind him, I formation, handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be dropped for a loss. That was Wilson once again, so the Vikings, for right now, have held the Red Devils. It's 4th down.
Do you go for it?
I think you punt this time. I understand why Eastern went for it, although then again, I might be mistaken. You know what? Honestly, Quentin, now that I look at it, the ball's right about the same spot. It's a little bit longer of a distance, but RV, it looks to me like they're certainly going to go for it.
And say you give the ball back over, I mean, you're in a pretty good position.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you're Eastern, you make the stop here, you're almost at midfield. RV can keep the drive alive here. So 4th and 4, a manageable play. I'm going to look for a quick pass here, I think. Receiver in motion. Looks back to him. Burr's going to roll out. It might take it himself to throw. The catch. First down, Red Devils.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
He can throw. He can run. He can run and throw.
Now, that's a perfect play right there when you have 4th and short, little screen pass like that, quick little pass to the outside. Just get the first down and keep the drive alive.
And good vision. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks don't even see that player right in front of them. They're always looking down the field, get the big score, get the big touchdown. Right in front of him, he gets like the most important play for this team all game.
Yeah, no, that was a great feed there. Like you said, good eyes there by Burr to find his receiver. And now a fresh set of downs for the Red Devils. I guess the days of punting are kind of coming to an end, it feels like, with everybody. But first down RV from the 35. Burr under center once again. Hands off, straight up the gut. That's going to be Wilson again. So Montre Wilson with a nice gain, about 5 yards on first down.
It's a good gain for first down.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want. I mean, it makes it just, again, a more manageable play. So 2nd and 5 now, inside the 30. Devils on the move here on their first offensive series of the game. 8:47 and counting here in the second quarter. I formation once again. Fakes the toss, goes inside. Eastern was ready for it, but a couple of broken tackles.
Yeah, it looks like he was going down all the way back there, but, I mean.
And that was Wilson once again. So a heavy dose of Montre Wilson on this drive. And just like you said, Quentin, it's just a good show of talent here in the backfield for both teams. So now 3rd and 4, RV in pretty much the same situation they were moments ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's see what the Devils do here. We're going to have 3 wideouts and 1 back. Might look for that short pass again. Trying to get them to jump. He won't. Burr's going to keep it himself. He's going to be short of the first down, maybe picked up 1. Not sure if that was a designed rollout or not, but Eastern was ready for it on that play. So 4th and short, once again, exact same situation. 4th and 4. And if RV went for it the first time, they're certainly going to go for it here the second time.
And I was just going to say, I mean,
you're definitely not going to punt here, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, like a 6-yard punt.
Yeah, really. I mean, you could punt it. You could knock it clean in the end zone. That would be a net gain of like 5 yards, essentially. So, yeah, you definitely aren't going to punt here.
But I was going to say, since RV seems to be going for it, that's not a bad it's not a bad game there. I mean, you're kind of there.
Yeah, 4th and 3, certainly manageable again. It looks like same formation. Big play here. And let's see if RV is going to call a timeout. I almost wondered if Eastern was going to call a timeout, but RV will call it instead. I was almost wondering, Quinn, if they were going to, because they faked the handoff the last time. I was almost wondering if they were going to go to the receiver on that play. Like run a jet sweep. That's what it looked like they were going to do. But RV instead will call the timeout here. So 6:43 to go. In fact, while we have a timeout, Quentin, let's take a look at some varsity sports scores from earlier this week.
Well, it seems like girls tennis lost 5-0 to Morristown. Always a hard game there. But 3 W's on the way. Boys soccer, 2-0 against Seneca. I saw that one. Girls soccer, 3-2. Must have been a thriller against Seneca. Girls volleyball, 2-1 win, avenging the tennis team against Morristown. So hopefully we can keep it going. A streak is always nice.
Yeah, well said there, avenging the loss. Yeah, good start for a lot of our teams here. We were just here 24 hours ago doing the boys soccer game, and that was a pretty good, exciting game. Yeah. And girls soccer also, too. They held off a late rally, won their opener. All right, 4th and 3. Eastern looks like they're going to bring pressure. Burr's going to roll out, try to maybe take it himself, throws. Yes. He's got the first down. Kevin Burr walking the sideline there. Dumps it off at the last minute. He gets the first down. RV keeps the drive alive again. Their second 4th down conversion.
There's no rush decisions by him at all. It's like he knows when a player's going to be open. He's not always looking down the field. It's right in front of him, and he does it.
Yep, and, you know, especially when it's, again, 4th and 3, you don't need to go to the end zone. Just get the first down. Have somebody there 5 yards and get the first down. That's exactly what's happened both times when they've had that situation. Student section coming alive here as RV has first down at the 20-yard line.
I can barely hear myself.
Yeah, it's been a loud crowd here tonight. All right, 6 minutes to go as we're quickly going through the first half. Burr drops back, looking to throw. Got pressure coming. He's going to have to step up and run, and he's going to be taken out of bounds, maybe a short pickup. And sometimes, Quentin, you know, you don't have to get that home run play. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just either throw the ball away or just, step out, try to take a short gain, live to play another down.
As a Vikings fan, one play that forever scarred our franchise was Brett Favre was in the same position. He threw the ball, they picked it off, and we lost a chance to advance.
I was just about to say to you, a Minnesota Vikings fan. We have to make sure to emphasize that because we're playing the Vikings tonight. So. Yes, no, that's a play that if you are a Vikings fan, I think will kind of live in infamy there. I remember watching that when it happened and him saying, throw the ball away. You're in field goal range. And
Oh, man.
All right, 5:47 to go. Second down for the Red Devils at the 20. 4 receivers, single back. Burr in the shotgun. Sends back in motion. Going to throw to him out of the backfield. Going to get a good gain. Actually, no correction. He's going to get no gain. Looked like he had an opening there for a moment. Eastern quickly closed on that one.
They're very quick. Running side, I mean, as soon as the RV players get the ball, they're just there.
These are teams, and we were talking about this pregame, these are teams that are just, I think, very similar in many ways. Just the way that these teams run their offenses, the way they play defense, they're just very similar in many ways. So now third down. Again, still at the 20, no gain on that last play. And now we've got 3 receivers on the far side of the field. And the handoff inside, that's going to be a first down. That was a very crafty play by the Red Devils.
I was going to say, I thought they were going to pass 3 receivers, but.
Very good play. I like the call by the Red Devils. Just the handoff inside, the delayed draw slight, and then just enough, it gets the first down. So 3 big conversions on this drive for RV. They've got the ball inside the 4. Castle and Wilson in the backfield. Burr with a handoff inside to Castle. I don't think he's going to gain much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage on that one. But RV again has the ball inside the 5 after another big third down conversion.
Honestly, if Castle doesn't get, that much of a gain there, I'm still giving the ball back to him, especially after the game he had.
Oh, yeah, no question. Yeah, he's going to get the ball several more times. I think maybe at least one more time. Let's see if they maybe go to Wilson on this play. But again, that's the threat. You've got 2 running backs who can do that. So let's see what they do on this one. Second and goal at the 3. And going to roll this one out. Throw to the back of the end zone. And makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
Oh.
A juggling catch there right on the end zone line, but Jameer Rollins just steps out of bounds as he makes the catch. So that would have been a beautiful play there, Quentin, but it's just out of bounds.
I was literally going to say, or maybe Rollins has the hands of.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great call, too. He had one-on-one. You got to take advantage of that situation. Just a little bit outside. So now third and goal for the Devils. Going to spread everybody out again. Let's see if they run this one. They got Wilson in the backfield, 3 receivers on the far side. This could be a design rollout, but let's see. Now they're going to hand it off again. He is close. Wilson, I think, might be down right about the 1.
Well, I compared Kevin Burr to Russell Wilson, but on that one pass play, he wasn't like him at all in that Super Bowl. Same position.
Oh, absolutely.
No mistakes in the throw.
No, absolutely. Both these offenses have played very, very good football tonight. This has been a very exciting game. And here's a very big moment early on in this one. 4th and goal at the 1. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So, again, you've got 2 really good backs. I mean, I'm sure Burr could take it himself if they decide that's the play they want. But let's see what RV does here. 4th and goal.
Come on, RV.
You got Rollins again, and Eastern's going to call a timeout. That's kind of what I figured. They wanted to see RV's formation. They ran that same one again with Rollins one-on-one on the outside. I don't think RV would have done that play. I think they would have either tried to take the sneak or just hand it off. But Eastern wanted, I think, just to look and see what that formation was. This is a huge play in this game. I know it's early, and I know it's only a 7-0 game right now.
Yeah.
But this is a big, big play in this game.
Smart call. Took a timeout there by Eastern. But as a player, as a fan, as a coach, 4th and goal is like the moment you live for.
Oh, yeah.
Game time decisions, that's big.
And if you're Eastern here, you got to be careful because you don't want to crowd the box and leave something open because you figure, if they want to do that little rollout pass like we've seen.
Like Shamir Rollins.
you could. I mean, we just saw it 2 downs ago, but I would think if you're the Red Devils, you're going to hand the ball off here. You're going to give it to Castle or Wilson. You're just going to say, go get that yard.
This coaching by the new head coach, Coach Lucas, reminds me of, this might sound weird, but reminds me of like soup. It's a mix of everything. Running, passing, it's just everything.
Okay. No, I got you. All right, here we go. 4th and 1 at the goal line. Can the Red Devils try to tie this one up? Burr, hands off. Wilson, in for the score. Touchdown, Rancocas Valley. Montre Wilson on the 1-yard run. It's a 1-point game. That was a great drive by the Red Devils. You know what? It's funny when you look back at it. Eastern took up pretty much all the first quarter. RV pretty much took up all of the second.
Yeah, so, back and forth game.
Yeah, really good game. It always is a really fun game when these teams meet. All right, looks like RV's going to take their second, Eastern's going to take their second timeout here. RV lined up in what looked like a 2-point formation. Sometimes teams will do that just to kind of force you to burn a timeout.
I was going to say, what is
that? Sometimes there's no intention to do that.
Yeah.
They just want to kick the extra point. All right, so 2:48 to go here in the second quarter, 7-6 right now. And the Red Devils will indeed line up to go for the extra point. And kicking for RV will be number 49, Jamison Hollander, who is a freshman kicker.
Wow. When's the last time you've seen that?
Actually, hold on. Let's see this extra point. Kick is up. It is good. We have a tie game. It's funny you say that, Quentin, because a couple of years ago, there was a kicker. Unfortunately, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was in a similar situation, and he was a very effective kicker for the Red Devils. So to answer your question, it wasn't that long ago, honestly. Maybe about 5-ish years ago or so.
RV is a whirlpool of talent in like every way. I mean, a freshman and he's like starting on varsity, like.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
All right, so here we go. 2:48 remaining as the Red Devils have just tied things up at 7.
I mean, in Eastern, obviously, it's like a little recap. They ran the ball, just forced it down.
Yep.
Passing, running, that's RV.
Yep, it's nearly identical to the drive we just saw. Big 4th down conversions, a big 3rd down conversion. And I love that 3rd down draw call. I really like that call a lot. So now here we go as Eastern will get the ball. Again, 2:48 remaining here in the second quarter. As we've got the cheerleaders and the Devil mascot throwing shirts into the crowd. Or towels, I can't tell, one of the two. And RV will kick off. As we are ready to go here. 2 timeouts remaining for RV and 1 timeout remaining for Eastern. Good kick. It's going to bounce right about the 15-yard line. Eastern's going to bring this one up. Decent return, about the 30-yard line. So Eastern with time to work here, and again, 1 timeout.
Now let's see how the defense works.
Yeah, this is another big moment here in this game. It feels like so many of these now are such big moments. This is just going to be a very close game here tonight. I know Eastern had a really tough time with Washington Township to open up their season, but again, with Coach Lionel Bolin there for the Eastern Vikings, this team's just going to get better and better every year.
I have a prediction. This is going to be a really good game.
You might be right. Handoff and close to first down yardage is Hernandez once again. He's got about 8. And Eastern can certainly afford to do that right now. They've got plenty of time. So I'm sure they're going to just stick to their game plan, run as much as you can, throw when needed.
There's a quote, if it's not broken, don't
exactly.
fix it. Yeah.
Yep. And that time they were ready for Hernandez. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. So quick third down here now for Eastern. 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 3 now looks like. Manageable third down, of course, for the Vikings, but also kind of a big third down here. If they're able to convert, Eastern most likely can try to run this clock down all the way. Eastern, Rv again has 2 timeouts, Eastern 1. Going to roll out and throw the short pass, not able to convert. And we got a flag down in the backfield. Let's see if this is going to be a holding penalty, which if it is, I would imagine that Rv would decline it. But let's see what the penalty is. It is indeed a holding call. Okay. And it is a hold against Eastern. So 3rd and 3. The result of the play was a 4th down.
That'd be great.
Is declined. I was going to say, I had a feeling Rv would decline that because it's 4th down. So again, now it's 4th and 3. If Eastern, again, can't convert here, Rv's got the ball at midfield. I guess we're, I hate to be that guy saying punt again, but this might be the situation where you punt. If you can't convert this, you might regret it.
I completely agree. You're right there.
All right, drops back, throws, short pass is going to be short of the marker. Turnover on downs, and just like that, Rv's got the ball right at the 40-yard line. That is the risk you run when you do plays like that. I really think in that situation, you probably should have punted the ball. You would have at least given pinned Rv back in theory right around like their 20 or 30-yard line.
And it seems like with a minute and 30 on the clock, you could try to hold Rv
correction.
back.
I stand corrected here, Quentin. That's a 1st down.
Wow.
I guess they measured it, and it's ruled a 1st down, and now we got a flag on the play again. I got to be honest, Quentin, from my vantage point, and a sideline warning against the Red Devils, but from my vantage point, it looked like he was short. Again, I'm not on the field. I can't make that call, but I don't know. I guess he was right at the marker, but 1st down Eastern, big call. Goes deep, looks along the sideline. Oh, right through his hands. Oh, and a big incompletion there for Eastern. They could have had the ball at the 20. Oh, my goodness. That's a missed opportunity there for the Vikings.
Absolutely.
And he had a step on his defender. Ball was perfectly placed, just not able to make the catch. So a big break there for the Red Devils.
That is such a hard catch to make and such a good play when
Absolutely.
You're running away.
That's a timing play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very difficult pass to make.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right, so now 2nd down. Not a bad try, though, on 1st down. It certainly can't hurt. Going to hand the ball off now, and a good gain there by Davis again. That's going to be about 7 yards. Eastern's got to be a little careful here, though, because now you're under a minute. Again, 1 timeout remaining for the Vikings. And I'm sure they're going to want to run the ball here, but you got to be careful in this situation. 45 seconds and counting. And now rolling out, throws, has the completion, and steps out of bounds. So not able to make the big catch, but number 9, again, we don't have a number 9 on my roster, but makes the catch here for Eastern. And that's another big conversion, and it stops the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say that clock stops. That clock was running down, and now you're in a great position.
So now Eastern with an opportunity to, I think you can try a couple of passes here. You got to try a couple. I mean, I certainly wouldn't run the ball here too much more. You only have 36 seconds left. So I think you're going to look for some sideline plays. They're going to try it again. A little bit of contact there, but an incomplete pass, so good coverage. Went for that same play again. I wouldn't be shocked if they try to run a similar play 2 more times. I mean, I don't think they're going to go for the home run ball, but
keep trying it. That's what wears the cornerbacks down. Keep going back and forth and back and forth.
Now the question is for Eastern, if you're in the situation and you have a makeable field goal, do you try it?
Good question. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I really don't know for sure how good Eastern's kicker is. I mean, he did make that extra point. Well, let's see what happens. Rolling out, throwing to the sideline, caught, and incomplete, actually. Drops it right as he was going down.
24
so
seconds,
another incompletion. So if anything for Eastern, it stops the clock. Because when I was looking at it again, it looked like he would have been tackled in bounds. So maybe, again, a bit of a break there for the Vikings. Because really, I mean, this is 2-down territory at this point.
Mr. Sapp, I'm going to be serious right now. I would go for the home run ball.
I wouldn't be surprised, Quinn. I think that would be probably the best call right here. At least try to get that deep pass. And if you're short of the end zone, call that timeout. All right, here we go. Dropping back. Flag in the backfield. That's going to be a hold against Eastern. So I think that's going to eliminate a couple of possibilities here for the Vikings. Eastern's been kind of hurting themselves with penalties at times. And actually, we're going to decline that penalty. So that should bring up 4th down now for the Vikings. Coach Garrett Lucas talking us over.
I love that from a head coach.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta make sure, like, give yourself the best possible situation. And again, it should be 4th down, because I believe that was 3rd down. So it should be 4th. So if you decline this penalty, it would be 4th and 10.
Long
and I think if it's a holding penalty, you should be able to decline it. But again, they're kind of talking things over here on the sideline. Is declined. And so it will indeed be 4th down here. So I think that's the right call for the Red Devils. You give Eastern 4th and long.
It's a long shot. No pun intended.
Yeah, well, no, I mean.
And yeah, absolutely.
I think if you're Eastern, you got to punt here. I think you have to. I mean, maybe Eastern, I don't know. Maybe some teams don't have a player who could punt. They have to go for it each time. Some teams are like that. But, okay. All right, 4th down. I don't know. 4th down, timeout RV definitely, or timeout Eastern.
Yeah.
No, it is timeout RV. Yeah, this Red Devils, I think, wanted to see that formation. Again, 18 seconds. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining.
On these type of plays, I mean, it's smart to call it timeout because you never want to leave one player or one with a sliver of wide openness, because there could be a bounce, there could be some malfeasance, and it could be a, I don't know, touchdown, a good gain. More importantly, a 4th down for Eastern.
Yep. So this is going to be an interesting call here. 4th and long, 18 seconds to go. Ball's at midfield, just inside the RV side of the field. I'm really curious what the Vikings are going to do here. I mean, I guess the best thing you could do, in theory, I mean, if you need to, you could roll out and try to burn a couple seconds off the clock, because you really don't want to give RV also has 1 timeout too. You don't want to give them too much
time to work with.
Yeah, I mean, you give RV a chance to try maybe 1 deep pass. So let's see what.
Is this what I think it is?
Let's see what Eastern. I don't know. What are you thinking here?
Long shot.
Yeah, I mean, you got 3 receivers on one side. Quick kick. Oh, but not the best. Definitely get away from that one. All right, you know what? Not the worst call.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in 4th and long. You don't want to give RV. Now you only have RV has 8 seconds, and you're at midfield. So, not a bad call at all. I mean, I'm sure they would have liked a farther kick, but now RV's going to have the ball at the 34-yard line. So, I mean, I would think, if anything, if you can get a quick pass, get a couple yards, get out of bounds, and then try to set up a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let's see what RV does. They're certainly going to, I would think, take at least one shot.
What about
tie game?
Yeah. What about a long throw, step out of bounds, field goal? That's hard.
If possible. I mean, if RV's in a situation like that, they might try that. Let's see. Are they going to go for the home run ball here? Are they going to, again, just try to pick up a couple quick yards and make it a little bit shorter of a throw? And a whistle before the snap. And a timeout for Eastern.
These whistles.
So Eastern will call its final timeout. So now RV with one timeout remaining. Eastern is out. I think Eastern, again, kind of wanted to see that formation, see what they had to go up against.
And that requires a lot of arm strength from a quarterback to get that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm assuming he's tired, fatigued. It's going to be hard.
So, yeah, let's see what the Red Devils will do here with about 7 seconds left. All right, here we go. 7 seconds. Burr will drop back. He's going to throw deep. He's going to go toward the sideline. That's going to head out of bounds. And that is how the first half is going to come to an end. An exciting one here tonight between RV and Eastern, 7-7 as we get ready to head into halftime. Quentin, we're going to step aside and catch our breath from what's been a very fun game here so far. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter. You are watching Rvtv's Game of the Week. All right, welcome back to the start of the second half between Rancocas Valley and Eastern. 7-7 tie game, Quentin. It's been a fun one here tonight. We've seen some long drives for both teams, a lot of good running, big third and fourth down conversions. What do you expect here for the second half?
Hopefully the same thing, the same running action, the same energy, maybe with a little hints of more passing. But we were talking during the break. They're probably going to come back in this running it, back and forth action. But if Michael Jackson's Thriller was a game, this is it, at least at a high school level.
Quentin, that's my all-time favorite song, so that certainly is high praise in my book. All right, getting ready to start this second half. Moments away from kickoff. RV will receive here as they defer to the second half. So last drive in the first half, RV had the ball with about 8 seconds left, not able to do anything with it, but now a good opportunity here for the Red Devils. Try to lead here for the first time. 1 yard touchdown run on both sides here tonight. Izzy Hernandez had the first one to give Eastern a 7-0 lead. And then it was Montre Wilson who had the touchdown for the Red Devils.
Both the running backs exchanging points.
Yep. And again, both teams have shown they've got very solid backfields. Both quarterbacks are playing well. Let's not discredit the quarterbacks in any way. Very good showing here tonight from both Logan Dawson and Kevin Burr, who've made some big throws when needed. Eastern, I think the difference right now is that they've had a couple of missed opportunities, a couple of long balls that were dropped, interception that was dropped earlier.
Yeah.
And if they were able to convert on those, this might be a different score right now. But
yeah, seriously.
Here we go, start of the second half. Eastern ready to kick this one off. We've seen some short kicks here from Eastern so far. Let's see if they go with that strategy once again. That is indeed the case. Kicking this one to about the 30. And Decent pickup. Flag's going to come out, so that's probably going to go against the Red Devils. I would imagine it's a hold. Usually the case in kickoffs and punts, you usually see that. Probably won't see any punts tonight. I don't think we will.
If you remember the Denver Broncos during the Tim Tebow era, the Steelers game, they ran that ball. And even games but during that era, they ran the ball so much.
Yes.
And Tebow threw the ball like 9 times sometimes, 8
Yes,
times
I remember
sometimes. And it was the passes, the smart, short passes that he made that really honestly made the difference. Even though they ran the ball a lot and they still won some games, it was always that running game. So maybe that's what we're going to see here.
Well, I mean, that's what we've kind of seen from really both teams here is to try to establish the run and then pass the ball, again, when needed. But, again, both quarterbacks certainly can throw whenever they choose. But, again, really trying to rely on the run here for both teams. Okay, so we've got 3 receivers on the near side here for RV, single back. First play will be a handoff for a short game for Montre Wilson. So maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. And Eastern looking to try to shut the Red Devils down here. The Vikings in their first series took up the entire first quarter. RV pretty much took up all of the second quarter with their drive. So we'll see if we have these long sustained drives. In fact, if I'm correct here, Quentin, both teams have only had, coming into this half, 2 offensive series.
That's how you know it's a good game.
Absolutely.
2 drives, 2 scores.
Yep. All right, so 2nd and 8, we're going to call it. Fakes the handoff, goes inside once again, another short gain. So RV again trying to get their run established. This is going to be I just feel like this is going to be a very close game here. I know we said in the first half this could be high scoring, but that might not necessarily be the case now, the way that this game has gone. But I think this will be a close one no matter what.
Down to the wire, for sure.
So here we go, 3rd and 9. And the Red Devils with 4 receivers, 3 on the near side, single back. RV looking to convert on 3rd down once again. Burr drops back, looks, he's got pressure. He's going to step up and run. Flags out, Burr will slide. This is going to be a hold. And depending on the spot, I'm wondering if Eastern declines this because it would be 4th down. If not, then you make it 3rd and long, which you could certainly go either way here. I would think if you're Eastern, you take the penalty on this one.
First of all, that run and slide, I mean, I've never seen that, like, that type of maturity at a football level from a high school player. I mean, maybe it's because I've only been at 1 game so far, but that run and slide, I've seen that so many times in the NFL. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I think they try to teach quarterbacks at every level is take off and run and don't take the hit if you don't need to. If you can slide, just go ahead and get some yardage.
That's what I love about the slide. It's like you're committing to the ground, but it's not like you're just falling on the ground saying, okay, I'm down here.
It's just, you got your yardage, and that's where you stop. All right, so Eastern does indeed take the penalty, makes it 3rd and 22. So pushing RV all the way back to their own 8-yard line. So making this a much more difficult 3rd down. Single safety here for Eastern. 3 receivers back in motion. And looks inside on the short pass. That's not going to gain anything. Really nothing working there for RV in that drive. So the Red Devils will be forced to punt here from inside their 10. Always a dangerous situation here.
What I've seen from Eastern, like you were saying, that they should have done before is take advantage of the situations they have and really pound on the some opportunities they've got. On defense right now, they've done that perfectly. Good tackles.
Yes. This is a very solid team. Eastern, for many years, has been a very good team in South Jersey. Again, a lot of good players have come out of this program. It's a team that does have its ups and downs, though, as years go. But I think Eastern is going to be on the upward swing here for a couple of years. Punt is away for the Red Devils. Flag is out. And Eastern's going to let this one drop. And let's see what the penalty is. Thrown from the backfield. Let's see. If it's against Eastern, it obviously wouldn't be enough for a first down, but it looks like this might be against the Red Devils. Excuse me. So still waiting for the call here. Illegal formation against Eastern.
Can RV hold them off?
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation we've seen Eastern in a couple of times here, right about the 40, between, we'll say, the 30 and the 45. And we've seen a lot of big conversions along the way. 8:59 to go here in the third quarter as Eastern will begin its first drive of the second half.
Oh, man, look at the Eastern offensive linemen.
Yeah, they've got a really solid offensive line we've seen.
Oh,
and the handoff on the jet sweep, and that's going to be a good carry there. That's going to be about a 6-yard carry. I believe that was Jashad Kersey, number 3. On the receiver jet sweep, 5-yard pickup there.
It seems like their entire game plan is almost centered around the run. I mean, jet sweeps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing, too. You want to show different looks with the run, so you do a jet sweep, and then you can go back to your 2 backs who've really been carrying you through most of this game.
RV's a smart team. I feel like they'd adjust if you keep doing the same play. Even though Izzy Hernandez is phenomenal, they'd adjust, they'd get used to it, and they'd counter that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've seen some good adjustments from the Red Devils. Sometimes a lot of that just comes down to pure talent, and that's a first down carry there for Eastern. These are just 2 very talented running backs that the Vikings have. They're just finding their spots, and they're getting positive yardage. First down at the 26. Handoff once again up the middle for a good carry once more. It's going to be about 4 or 5 yards again.
I think it's because of the offensive linemen that they have are very big. I think that's why they focus on the run game. And when you have such a good running back,
yes,
it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, and this is a good run-blocking team. We've seen this all night for Eastern. They're quick off the ball. They're making their blocks. Holes are opening up for the backs. Eastern's offense is running very smoothly right now. As we have a 2nd and 6 now at the 22. Single back, receiver in motion, fakes the handoff, goes inside once again. Another positive gain, and I think that's enough for a first down once again. This has just been a very impressive showing here by Eastern tonight. And again, one of the best things we said earlier on for Eastern to do is keep RV's offense off the field. Mm-hmm. That's really sometimes the best defense is just not even letting that offense on the field.
They're doing the dirty work on the ground,
yeah,
and then they're milking the clock while getting up the field slowly but confidently, and it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, just like you said, running that clock and keeping it in their favor. So carry for Hernandez. He'll maybe pick up 1 or 2. But Eastern, again, just moving closer here now at the 15-yard line. This has been another very impressive drive here for the Vikings, who had a big defensive stand. And we had our first true punt, we'll call it. There was a quick kick. That was our first true punt of the game. All right, 2nd and 8. Fakes the pass, hands off to Hernandez once again. He's going to get a couple more and going to make it a little bit more manageable of a 3rd down.
They keep getting me with that, the fake pass. I mean, I keep.
Yeah. They've faked the pass a lot tonight. They faked the jet sweep. And a lot of it is, just, again, it's just up the middle plays, but it's the Eastern offensive line doing their job. It's Hernandez and Davis and the other running backs doing their job. It's just, again, a very, very well-run offense. All right, 5:47 to go. A very fast-moving game here tonight.
Exciting one for sure.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 7. Can still get a first down. Looks, throws. That's going to be swatted down at the line. So good stop there by the RV defense. So now Eastern's in a bit of a tough situation here. 4th and 7. You can still make a first down. They're obviously going to go for it. But it's again, it's not like going for 4th and 2, 4th and 1. This is a little bit longer of a play. And again, Eastern can still get a first down without having to go to the end zone. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do here.
I'm kicking it. 3 points on the board with a good defense.
Possibly. I guess they feel with their offense that they're capable of doing it. So here we go, 4th and 7. Dawson's going to look back to the sidelines. Gets the call, possibly an audible. Let's see. Takes the pass, looks. He's going to be under a lot of pressure, and he's going down. A swarm of RV defenders. So the Eastern defense comes up big, and the Red Devils defense comes up big. Nice play there. Again, a crowd of RV defenders there. Among them, number 44, Daquan Williams. So first down, RV, a big stop there as Eastern was almost inside the 10.
H-U-G-E. That's a huge play. I mean, like, they were literally right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big, big stop. All right, while we get ready here, let's take a look at the RV cheerleaders who are bringing up their "We Are RV, Let's Go Devils" signs.
Just where you get the crowd into it.
Putting on a great show here this evening.
They're getting me into it as well.
All right, back to the action now. First down, RV at the 20. Let's see if the Devils can try to take advantage. Takes the handoff. Burr's going to keep it himself. He's going to get a couple yards on first down.
Very bold.
Yeah, not a bad call. Just something to, again, throwing the defense a different look. We haven't really seen as much of Malachi Castle tonight in the running game. We've seen a good amount of Montre Wilson. Again, he has the lone touchdown so far for the Red Devils. And we've seen Burr take off a couple of times tonight, but RV taking a very interesting approach here tonight. I'm curious to see if this is going to possibly lead to more usage down the line to keep one back fresh and, you know, something situation like that. Going to hand off to Wilson. He's going to pick up a couple as well. Excuse me. Eastern's defense, just like you said, Quentin, has made some good adjustments throughout this game.
Yeah.
They're really not giving up much on the outside. RV's been really leaning toward the outside here a lot.
And another thing that I've been seeing is that even though you use a different running back, it builds the confidence in the other running back that
yes,
I can go out there and I can show out, I can show how good I am, and hopefully make good plays and plays that are
yeah,
really
I mean, just like you said, it's building that momentum like that, and just installing more confidence into your offense. All right, 3rd and 9 here for the Red Devils. Burr will look to throw. That one's deflected, but breaks out and makes the catch. Nice play there by number 2, Brody Dieter.
Chase Dieter's brother there, yeah.
And that's going to be good enough for a first down. I thought that was initially tipped at the line, but RV's able to make that first down.
You know, it would be nice if it was Jace. I know Jace can play quarterback. If it was brother to brother, that would have been very cool.
We could see that this season.
Yeah.
I mean, never rule anything out.
And I was talking to Brody once, and this was last year, I think he was a freshman, and he was telling me that he was going to start on the football team, and he was so confident in himself, and he said, I'm going to start even though I'm in a lower grade. He told me, he's like, there's no way I'm not starting, and now, I mean, when you have that confidence, it goes a long way.
Absolutely, and here he is out here playing. All right, and speaking of Jace, he's in at quarterback for the first time. He takes a good carry here for close to 8 yards.
Because I remember Nick Lingle was huge in the first game of the season.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, that just kind of, again, shows how much talent this RV team has in the skill positions.
They trust in everyone.
And looks like Jason's going to stay in here at quarterback. Definitely a dual threat player. Certainly, we've seen him as a good quarterback, as a very good runner as well. So don't be surprised if he tries to take off again on this one. 2nd and 2, 3 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Blitz on the way.
Receiver in motion, and I think we had some movement on the line, and this might be a false start against the Red Devils.
Number 7, Dominic Harris, it looks like he was going to blitz. I mean, he was really close to the line.
Yeah, that may have been enough because you just saw a little bit of movement. Once the receiver went in motion for the Red Devils, you saw something not right on the offensive line, and that was a false start. So what was a 2nd and 2 moves now back to a 2nd and 7. So a little bit tougher of a makeable down here. Still makeable down, but a little bit tougher, 5 yards back. All right, so at their own 34, 2nd and 7. Dieter in the shotgun. Hands off, fakes it, and there he is taking it once again.
Oh!
There he goes. We were saying how much of a threat he is at the running game, and a big first down again. So now it looks like he will come off and Burr will go back on. Sometimes you just do a little thing, or actually no, correction, he is going to stay out there. Sometimes you just need something to provide a team a spark. Sometimes you just need somebody to come in or something to happen, and it looks like that's going to be the case here.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
Taysom Hill at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we mentioned earlier on in the time they played last time, he had a 56-yard touchdown run. You can see how that happened. He just gets that opening, and he just goes tremendous speed.
And he can throw the ball, too.
Absolutely. Dual threat quarterback. All right, receiver in motion once again from the shotgun. Going to take it one more time, and he's going to gain positive yardage again. Jace Dieter with looks like about a 3 or 4 yard pickup again. Just picking up positive yardage repeatedly.
Right there, I just think it was simple. Give it to him, see what he can do.
And moving RV into eastern side of the field now. 1:08 to go. Going to bring up another 2nd and 7 for RV.
I have to say the Eastern fans, student section, are really loud.
Yeah, there's a nice crowd here, and they brought their marching band with them. So, yeah, they've been making a lot of noise here this evening. Like I said, great crowd, good football atmosphere tonight. All right, 2nd and 7. Third quarter winding down.
Yeah, very fast.
Drops back, looks to throw. Incomplete. You saw the defensive back coming up. You kind of got a little nervous on that play that he was maybe going to jump that route, but excuse me, 3rd and 7 now with 36 seconds left.
I've just been watching number 74, who is amazing on the offensive line. He's on the defensive line. And I don't know.
Just making an impact wherever he goes. I mean, certainly,
do you double him?
You're going to have to account for him, and you may even have to put 2 guys on him at just a intimidating presence out there at the nose tackle. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Dieter from the shotgun again. Or excuse me, Burr back in a quarterback. Burr will scramble. He'll get the first down.
And more.
And step out of bounds. Yes, and more. A couple of extra there. So Kevin Burr back in after Jace Dieter took over the offense for a few plays. So now first down RV at the 34-yard line of Eastern. 28 seconds to go now in the third quarter.
That was a great play.
That really was. We've seen these quarterbacks this series here for RV making plays with their legs.
And I love the competition between the quarterbacks. I mean, it's like every time you see 2 quarterbacks out there, it's like they push each other to see who can make a bigger impact.
Exactly. Just competition makes everybody better. Handoff. There's Malachi Castle. He's been quiet for a while, but he's not on this play. Castle all the way down. He's in for the score! Malachi Castle, we were waiting to call his name. There it is. 36-yard touchdown run. RV takes the lead. What an impressive run by Malachi Castle. Saving him for the second half.
see
And
that?
RV takes a 13-7 lead.
I mean, you see that so much in the NFL. It's like you're quiet. You're like, oh man, where? Like, is he? What's happening? And then all of a sudden,
Gone.
biggest play of the game.
Broke some tackles, and he was gone, dragging players behind him. All right, extra point now coming up for Hollander. Kick is up. It is good. RV takes a 14-7 lead. 18 seconds to go.
I want an RV chant going on.
All right, so as we check out the RV cheerleaders one more time, Quentin, why don't you let our viewers know about DVD sales?
Well, the game you're watching and other events are available for purchase from the Rvtv video library. Visit the website rvrhs.com and click About Us, the About Us link. All proceeds benefit the Jerry Krockenberg Memorial Scholarship.
All right, thank you, Quentin. Nicely done. And at the end of this quarter, we are going to take a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Red Devils. We have 18 seconds left. So at the conclusion of this quarter, we will let you know where RV will be heading after tonight, as they currently hold on to a 14-7 lead over Eastern after a very exciting touchdown run by Malachi Castle.
Makes me want to dance. I don't know why. The music going on,
Yeah,
RV's winning.
I know, it's like a rock concert here now. All right, 18 seconds to go in this third quarter. Let's see if Eastern can come up with a response. They were turned away on their last offensive series, and that gave RV the ball with good field position, which led to a score. So it looks like we had a penalty on the last play because RV's moving the ball up. Looks like the kickoff will now take place at the 45-yard line. I missed what the penalty was. It had to have been on the extra point or possibly at the end of the touchdown run. But either way, RV will be moving this kick up. Now, in a situation like this, Quentin, I would probably try to do, obviously you want to do a short kick or a squib kick or something. You don't want to just kick this one through the back of the end zone because you have the ball at the 45-yard line. You want to try to pin your opponent deep. So kicking it back and giving them the ball at the 20 or 25 really doesn't do anything for you.
Right.
So let's see what RV does.
That's a good point. It's a really good point.
I mean, that's what I would suggest, but let's see what RV does. And that's the smart play right there, a short kick.
Beautiful.
Exactly what you're supposed to do right there. And make Eastern return the ball, and they're going to have the ball at the 20. So nicely done by the Red Devils. So probably time for one more play or so for the third quarter.
If you get them back and you can get a turnover or I don't know, some type of play, and you get the ball going the other way, that would do wonders for them.
A turnover here would be huge. If RV can get a turnover here and try to find a way to put more points on the board, that could be enough for the Red Devils to come away as a winner tonight. Still have the whole quarter to go here, but let's see what Eastern will do here with its next offensive series. Vikings, again, have been moving the ball really well, but got turned away on their last scoring opportunity, and it turned out to be a costly one as RV has now taken the lead. All right, first down, Dawson with the handoff. Minimal gain, if anything, and that will bring the third quarter to an end. RV will take a 14-7 lead as we get ready to head into the fourth and final quarter. It's been a fun one tonight here, Quentin. I'm looking forward to see what this fourth quarter brings us.
Fourth quarter, the best quarter, and every sport.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the schedule as the teams are getting ready. So after tonight, the Red Devils will be on the road for 2 straight at Timber Creek and Burlington Township. Timber Creek will be on the 16th at 6 p.m. and Burlington Township on the 23rd at 7 p.m. Then 3 straight home games, first against Hamilton on September 30th, 6:30 p.m. Friday, October 7th against Delran at 6:30. And then homecoming Saturday the 15th at 2 o'clock against Northern Burlington. Then they close out the regular season against Highland at 6 p.m. on Friday, October 21st. Pass is incomplete on second down, but a flag comes out after the play.
Tough schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Timber Creek is going to be a good challenge for RV. I think Hamilton's going to be another one. Northern took Shawnee to the limit, so we'll see if Northern is just as good for the rest of the season, if they're ready by homecoming. Burlington Township struggling a bit this season. This penalty is going to go against the Red Devils and looks to be good for a first down now for Eastern. So
one thing I was going to point out about RV, before it seemed like they were an open wall, like they were great on the outside and the inside they were kind of struggling. Now it seems like they're coping better with that.
Yeah, definitely. Both these teams have made some really nice adjustments as we've gone along. And RV, very few penalties here tonight. And they shut down that run with emphasis. Dieter on the tackle.
It's exactly what I'm talking about.
So no gain there on second down, or on first down. Brings up second down. Eastern's going to probably have to start throwing the ball a little bit more. I mean, again, still have time to work. 3 timeouts for both teams. But Eastern's got to try to find a way to get that score back sooner rather than later. And handoff once again going to their bread and butter. But Hernandez stopped once again. Just like you said, Quinn, the RV defense has been making some good adjustments to the run game.
Exactly. I mean, huge It's not even like they're maybe allowing like 1 yard opposed to 6. They are like stuffing them.
Yeah, they've really starting to shut down this run game of Eastern, which was so effective in the first half.
Do you think it has something to do with the coaching? Maybe the halftime talk was...
certainly. That's making adjustments. I mean, that's making good defensive adjustments. All right, 3rd and 7. Dawson rolls out. It's got a lot of pressure, and he's going to go down again. Tackled by number 99 of the Red Devils. As that is Malachi Hanberry, junior defensive tackle. So a big 3rd down stop here for the Red Devils. And
coming
now
up strong.
Eastern, I think it's going to be forced to punt here. You got way too much time in this game to start going for it. So this will be the first punt of the game for the Vikings. Now, again, we don't see it that often, but you do have to be careful of a fake punt in this situation. Again, I only say that because we have yet to see Eastern punt tonight. So let's see what happens. And they will indeed play it safe and punt this one away. Line drive kick's going to take a couple good bounces. And it's going to fall all the way back to the 35-yard line. So a good punt there for Eastern. Will pin RV back on their side of the field. Now, I promised you some trivia earlier, some familiar names. And this is more of a did you know than actual question trivia. Back in, oh goodness, what was that, 2014, I think it was, right around there, 13, 14. There was a quarterback on this team with the last name of Flacco.
Ravens.
On Eastern, there was a quarterback whose name was Flacco. And that was actually Joe Flacco's brother, Tom Flacco, who played for Eastern. Joe, of course, played for Audubon way back when. But another very significant name, a player still in the NFL today, who we saw back in 2009 play quarterback for this team, none other than former New England Patriot Logan Ryan.
Wide receiver?
Longtime defensive back, played with the Patriots, the Titans, still playing in the NFL.
Wow.
I believe he's with, last time he was with the Giants, but I might be wrong.
Definitely heard of him.
So handoff here for Wilson. Once again, is going to pick up a good gain. Yeah, Logan Ryan, longtime defensive back, played quarterback for this team back in 2009. We saw him, and we didn't even think about it until years later when they said Logan Ryan from Rutgers, and you kind of made that connection. Wait a minute, we saw Logan Ryan who went to Rutgers. Sure enough, it was the same guy. Have a nice long career in the NFL.
Played RV?
Played with Eastern. Yeah, it was at Eastern. I remember that, and he rallied his team to win against the Red Devils.
That's how you know someone's going to be like really
way,
big.
Way back. Yeah. One of my first couple of years here at RV.
But Joe Flacco's brother?
Joe Flacco's brother, yes.
What?
So there's your trivia for the night. All right, Burr on the keeper. He's going to get a couple more.
I think we need to ice this game out.
A little bit more manageable of a third down. It looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. So Burr coming to the sidelines to get the call. Big 3rd down here for the Red Devils. Pretty much any 3rd down at this point is going to be big for either team. So 3rd and 3 coming up. RV's got the ball at their own 42-yard line. Eastern's got to make a stop here if they want to stay in this game. Otherwise, RV can start to really run this clock down.
Remember when we were talking about if Eastern was in this position?
Yes.
Now
handoff. Going to be short of the 1st down. Now, you have the lead here for if you're RV.
Ooh.
It's going to be 4th and 1, so makeable, but do you risk it? Do you risk handing the ball off here? I don't think you should. I think with a 14-7 lead, you punt the ball. That is what RV is going to do.
Yeah, exactly. 7 minutes on the clock, yeah.
Yep. There's still time. I mean, again, you can watch for the fake here, and that would be a very risky call. But I think you kind of need to play it a little safe here and try to pin Eastern back. There's still a lot of time to go here. And a flag on the field. This could be against the Red Devils. If it's against Eastern, it could be a 1st down. But I think this is going to go against RV. Let's see.
Let's hope.
Yeah, it looks like probably a false start on RV's side. So now, unquestionably, you punt the ball.
Yeah.
If you had any doubts, you're punting the ball now.
Yeah.
So 4th and 6 it'll be. Again, if RV goes for it here, I'm going to be really, really surprised. But
try to make sure that your defense is solid, so you can hold them off with 7 minutes left, and then maybe.
All right, so RV in punt formation. I'm going to send little players out, and another flag. This might be against Eastern, actually. So that would make things very interesting if Eastern was offsides. That would put it back to 4th and 1. But let's see what the call is.
Well, I'll tell you something. If Coach Lucas was thinking about going for it, then not thinking about going for it, now it's like, oh,
well,
man.
Guess what? It's 4th and 1 again.
Yeah.
So RV with a false start pushes them 5 yards back. Eastern jumps off sides, 5 yards right back. So now 4th and 1. I still think you should punt the ball, but let's see what happens. Again, if Eastern jumps here, you got to be careful. They jump you, that's going to be a 1st down.
That'd be great.
So they
for
hold
RV.
the ground this time, and RV will punt this one away. Good punt. That's going to trail all the way back. That's going to fall all the way down to the 2-yard line. Great coverage by the Red Devils. That one looked like it could maybe head in the end zone, but great punt coverage by the Red Devils. So Eastern pinned all the way back.
What a kick.
Good play by the Red Devils, pinning the Vikings way downfield. All right, 6:18 to go here. Again, both teams with all 3 timeouts. Now, again, if you're Eastern, obviously you're going to try to tie this one up. You had asked me earlier, Quinn, if we've had an overtime game lately. The only overtime game I can think of in the last, we'll say, 5 or 6 years was a playoff game. I think that was back in 2017 or 18, right around there. That's the only one I can think of. Regular season-wise, I can't think of any overtime games that we've had. Now, the question is, if you're Eastern, We're going to hand the ball off here and get a couple yards. If you're Eastern, this is just in theory, if you score, do you go for 2? I only say that, and I agree with you. I only say that because Patterson Eastside last week was in a very similar situation. They drove down the field, scored with about 30 seconds left, went for the 2-pointer to go for the win. I'm curious if that situation happened, if Eastern would go for it. All right, the Vikings going to run the ball again. They're staying with that run game. But again, RV is really starting to shut things down. That's probably their best game that they've had in a little while running the ball.
Every time
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Every time you say, really quick, every time you say Vikings, it's like, I just keep thinking about the Minnesota ones. It's like
5:16 to go here, 3rd and 4. I mean, if you're Eastern, I think you don't have a choice. I think you got to start going for it. I mean, let's see what happens here. I mean, you'd hate to go for it on the 8 and give RV the ball at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah.
But time is running out.
Yeah.
4:53 and counting now as Eastern will have 4 receivers, 1 back in the shotgun. Drops back, throws. He's going to overshoot his target. Not one of Dawson's better throws here tonight. So now 4th and 4 for the Vikings as RV will go back to receive the punt, it looks like. And again, I know I said earlier they should go for it, but just the spot of the ball where it is, I think if you're Eastern, you got to punt the ball here because you can't give RV the ball at their own 10.
Yeah.
So you got to punt the ball here and hope that your defense can make a stand. RV's going to try to run the clock out and try to get Eastern to use up all of their timeouts. Eastern's got a player late coming on the field. Oh. That's going to be a penalty. So, and not a good punt at all. That's going to go to the 30. I think if you're RV, you decline that penalty.
Yeah.
That was not a good punt at all.
You're in a great position right there.
I mean, you have a player coming in late. I mean, you could have him re-kick, but I think where the ball is, I think you just decline that if you're RV and just start from the 30.
I don't think you get a better punt than that, or a better punt for RV's perspective than that.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better outcome unless the punt was blocked, let's be honest. That's the best outcome, but if you're the Red Devils, that's probably the best thing you can hope for right there, because now at the 30, you've got time that you can run a few plays, run this clock down, try to get it all the way. I mean, you can try to get it inside the 5.
No risk at all.
Yeah, RV is in no rush right now. They're going to run the clock as much as they can, but really I think the goal here for the Red Devils now is to just run this clock down, force Eastern to burn all of their timeouts, and again, if you can get a score, even if it's a field goal, I think one more score here for RV is going to end the game.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely out of their reach now. But I'm just pondering to myself, do you want to do like some Saints football where you go for it, like you keep just, I mean, you have a 14-7 lead. If they intercept the ball at this position, I mean, you can take that risk, but I mean, do you go for another touchdown? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but looking at this, there was a penalty against Eastern. That was a 10-yard penalty. That's a damaging penalty right there. Now RV's got the ball at the 17-yard line.
Could we be 3-0?
It's looking very possible right now. I must have missed when that flag was thrown, but that was a big penalty right there. Actually, that was a 15-yard penalty, whatever it was. So now RV inside the 20. Hands the ball off. Strong run to start out. And looks like, again, we're going to get a heavy dose of, actually, I was about to say, well, it's going to be a heavy dose of the RV running game for sure. And that looked like that was Wilson. Short gain. And if you're Eastern, you don't need to start calling your timeouts right now.
I think again, if you're RV, you just keep running the ball and hope that you maybe get a good breakthrough.
Yeah, I mean, you want to run the clock down if you're RV. You don't want to do any unnecessary plays right now. This isn't the time to run, big risk plays or anything like that, or trick plays or anything like that. This is just pound the ball right now and run the clock down. Handoff once again, and going to be a loss there, as that was number 23, Nicholas Lingle.
Yeah.
So third down now for RV. Again, the clock continues to run, so the Devils are doing what they want to do. But now if you're RV, you got to try to get a first down here, because Eastern has not used any of their timeouts. They're trying to save them. And if you're Eastern, you want to try to get this ball back here with maybe about 2 minutes left on the clock. So now RV with a 3rd and long.
Eastern would do anything to get this ball back. Just play it smart.
Yeah, you
no risks, and win the game.
I mean, you got to try for the first down here, so you got to pass this one on 3rd and long, I would think, unless you try that draw again, which worked really well. And that's what they're going to try again. Not a bad idea, but that's a big stop for Eastern. They'll take their first timeout, I would imagine.
Would this be a field goal?
You certainly could try it. In fact, it looks like RV's going to try for it. I see Hollander out there. And again, if he's able to convert this field goal, that could be enough to put this game away.
Because I was just going to say that certainly puts this game out of reach for RV and out of reach for Eastern, yeah.
Let's take one more look at the RV cheerleaders as we're contemplating what the Red Devils will do here. Red Devil mascot, the mascot also out here having a good time.
You know, Mr. Sapp, I wanted to be the mascot.
I could see you as the mascot. I could certainly see that.
That would be a fun job.
Yeah. So here's the RV cheerleaders one more time as the Red Devils get ready for a crucial 4th down. Great job once again. I've also, you can't help but see it from our angle, the marching band of Eastern, and it looks like some of their fans too have been kind of doing the wave here with their cell phone lights. It's been kind of fun to watch from our side. I'm assuming RV's doing it as well. I mean, we can't see from our spot, but it's been fun to watch.
Love
fun
the
game tonight.
Love the competition between fans, and I feel like
absolutely.
The Eastern fans are just trying to do anything they can to keep this team in the game. If you look at that, if you're Eastern and you're on the field and you see your fans supporting you, you're going to keep going.
Here we go, 4th and long for RV. Burr drops back, looks to throw, tries to direct traffic, throws to the corner of the end zone.
Yes!
Touchdown! Rancocas Valley.
Yes, sir.
Brody Diner with the touchdown. What an effort, one-on-one makes the play. RV 20-7, and I think that might be just about all for this one. The Red Devils could be on the verge of going 3-0 to start their season. My goodness, what a play.
Yeah.
4th and long. Oh, my goodness. And certainly a risky play, you have to say, on 4th and long.
What a catch.
Passing up on the field goal, but my goodness. What a play.
Game over.
Pretty, at this stage, it could very well be. Extra point is up. It is good. 21-7 RV. 21's been the magic number this year for the Red Devils.
When did we get so good? I mean, we've always been a good team, but when did we get really good?
You know what? Sometimes you just, a change will help ignite something somewhere, and sometimes, you know, a different philosophy, a different play calling, sometimes that's just what is needed for a team, and sometimes a team will buy into that, like the Red Devils have this season, as they are on the verge of going 3-0. RV has struggled mightily the last couple of seasons, part of that being a very difficult schedule over the years. Part of it, of course, COVID playing a factor as well, but this has been a very impressive change of pace here for the Red Devils.
Now, I know it's going to seem out of nowhere, but obviously we need to be strong and keep winning games, but I can't believe I'm saying this, but could you see us going undefeated?
You know, I mean,
We have this buzz.
you certainly do. I mean, RV is certainly one of the hottest teams for sure. As again, they're going to begin their year 3-0. Timber Creek is up next for RV. I think Timber Creek's going to be a really good challenge. Kind of a similar situation as Eastern. Hamilton, one of the best teams that we've seen so far. They pulled a big win over Cherokee. So I'm really curious to see how RV does against those two teams. As Eastern will take the short kickoff. Ball holds on to it, takes a big hit. Right about the 35. I thought the ball came out for a moment.
I wish.
You know what? That's something interesting, Quentin. No turnovers tonight on either side. No interceptions, no fumbles, only a turnover on downs.
You know why? It's because both teams have been patient
Yes.
and taking their chances that they get on the passing game, like, very good. And
Somebody just shot off a firework.
wow.
I don't know from where, from behind the visitor bleachers. That kind of got everybody excited. That was unexpected.
That is very.
All right, 2:25 to go here as this RV crowd is getting rowdy. Eastern with its last chance here to try to come back in this game. Looks for the receiver screen. He's going to pick up good yards. He's got the first down, breaks a couple of tackles. Nice effort. Really nice effort there for Eastern. So they pick up the first down here. 2:15 and counting. Eastern has 2 timeouts left. If the Vikings can find a way to score quickly, we might have ourselves a game once again.
Yeah.
So RV's defense has got to try to find a stop here.
In the words of your favorite song, it would be a thriller.
Deep pass. Interception! Chase Steiner. And we had just said no turnovers. Well, there's one, and it's a costly one for Eastern, as now RV can run this one out.
W.
And another
W.
firework goes off. This is just a very different environment here for the Red Devils. And it's looking like the 4th of July out here.
I have to record this.
My goodness. The Red Devils, this is just a different environment, a different atmosphere. RV is just looking like they're putting something special together here this season. Under Coach Garrett Lucas, his first year at the helm, RV is going to go 3-0 to start their season. What an impressive start by RV. Only giving up 7 points. Another thing, too, to keep in mind, Quentin, 21 unanswered points for the Red Devils.
Can't get better than that. Cannot get better than that. And, yeah, as soon as we said turnover, the best, I mean.
That took care of the game. That really did. I mean, Logan Dawson's put on a really nice performance here tonight. He's made some good throws, but a costly one there at the end. So now 128 and counting. And it looks like RV is just going to run this clock out. Send the hometown fans. Send the fans home. The hometown crowd fans. I can't talk. I'm too excited. Everybody's going to go home happy tonight if you're an RV fan.
Very good night rest tonight.
Yeah, really just beautiful night weather-wise. Great crowd here tonight. Really competitive game. Good matchup tonight. Eastern, I really think, is on the upward swing. I think there are better days ahead for the Vikings. But right now, Rancocas Valley, you got to give them all the credit in the world.
I mean,
they have put together a phenomenal start to their season with a big matchup coming up next week at Timber Creek.
Yep.
These final 40 seconds are counting down. I want to make sure I thank my crew. We had a lot of people out here tonight. Drew Schaefer, Taylor Lancenese, Declan McMullen, Jacob Nasuti, Jacob Burr, Savannah Head. Thank you guys for coming out. And of course, Quentin Leslie by my side here doing an excellent job announcing. Quentin, you're certainly welcome to come back for our next game against Hamilton here at home.
It's been fun.
As these final few seconds count down, and the Red Devils will continue to remain undefeated in 2022.
Is it the 4th of July? Like the fireworks?
I know, all the fireworks.
Yeah.
What an incredible atmosphere. Final score, Rancocas Valley 21, Eastern 7. So for everyone here at Rvtv, for Quentin Leslie, I'm Jason Sapp saying thank you for watching Rvtv's Game of the Week. We'll see you next time.